Take a look around the current generation of city-sized SUVs and it's clear that just because something is high-riding and all-wheel drive, that doesn't mean it's going to excel off-road. But now Jeep claims it has released an SUV that isn't bound by bitumen, the new Renegade. The Renegade is due to hit Australian showrooms from October. Jeep calls it the most off-road capable SUV of its kind, an all-new model designed and engineered in the US but built in Italy. Priced from an estimated $23,000, the Renegade will be available in two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive variants with a choice of 3 petrol engines. Sitting near the pointy end of the range will be the off-road specific Trailhawk model, mated to a 2.4 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine. Now the regular Renegade is 4.2 metres long and tips the scales at around 1,500 kilograms. But the Trailhawk gets some unique attributes that make it even more off-road savvy. The guards at the front and the rear actually shape differently so you get a better approach and departure angles. You got these massive hooks here to tow it along, and of course it's got a unique four-wheel drive system. Now it doesn't look all that big in the skin, but I'm happy to report it's actually quite big inside for a compact SUV. Now it's quite easy to dismiss the Trailhawk as just another soft-roader, but the figures behind these cars really speak for themselves. It can wade through up to 480 millimetres of water. There's a claimed wheel articulation of up to 205 millimetres, and with that extra 20 millimetres of ride height, the scuff plates front and rear, and some of the more individual components like the rock mode in the different driver settings, this thing definitely stands out as more than simply a high-riding SUV. Now we're at the Hollister Hills Terrain Park in California, just outside of Santa Cruz, and there's a range of different settings here to kind of test these cars. So we're going to put this thing through its paces and see how it fares. And I've got to say, I don't know whether I'd really want to try these sort of obstacles in the standard Renegade. Not once yet have I been presented with a situation where I thought I'm not going to maintain momentum up a hill. So pretty impressive stuff. In a mix of conditions, the Trailhawk variant of the Renegade was almost faultless on test, but it wasn't just its off-road ability that stood out. On the road, the new Renegade offered an almost European level of dynamics and road holding, with light and progressive steering, excellent body control, and a firm but livable ride quality. The 2.4 litre engine offered a progressive power band, but was often underwhelmed by an indecisive matching 9-speed automatic. Instead, it was the mid-spec 1.4 litre turbocharged engine that shone most, with an enthusiastic yet refined driving nature and loads of character. Across all models, the Renegade offers one of the best interior packages for its segment. Now, despite its utilitarian edge on the outside, the Renegade inside is actually quite a nice place to be. In the top edition that we're in at the moment, you've got a nice 6.5-inch screen in the centre fascia, some really nice switch gear, and also a 7-inch digital display in the instrument cluster. The thing that I like about it most though are these things that Jeep calls Easter eggs. Now, like an Easter egg hunt, they're design cues that you'll find, but only if you go looking for them. Now, it might be small on the outside, but what's most surprising about the Renegade is its interior proportions. There's plenty of head space and also leg space for the rear seat. It's got a flat floor, and while it misses out on rear air vents, it's definitely big enough to accommodate 2 6-foot passengers in the rear on long trips. Another nifty little trick with the Renegade is a function called My Sky. Now, using this key, you simply plug into this removable roof panel, open it up, and suddenly you have open air. Now, despite fitting the bill as a compact SUV, there's nothing overly soft about the Renegade. It's proven itself today as being really competent off-road, and it's not so bad on-road either. As diverse as it may be, the big unknown with the Renegade is its Australian pricing, which is due to be released in the coming months. If it's favourable enough, it could give the miniature Jeep a cult following in years to come.